Today we are not going to be dealing with mad poetry. What we are going to look at is dealing with some biblical exegesis so that we can debunk the thoughts of some of these Muslims. You know, Muslims are so much against the mercy in the sacrifice of Jesus so that they will dive into the in and out of the Bible, looking for verses they can take out of context to say Jesus was not killed, he was not crucified, according to the Quran in verse 4, 157, that says Jesus was not killed. And as I've revealed in previous video, Messiah indirectly told us that Satan is behind the one who says he will not be killed or he was not killed. And we can find that in Matthew 16, verse 21 to 23, that Jesus indirectly stated that only Satan will tell people that he was not killed. These Muslims are always trying to use Matthew 9, verse 13 to say Jesus was not killed. But does Matthew 9, verse 13 says that Jesus was not killed? No, it does not. What does the verse say? Go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice, for I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners. Yeah, so two parts of this very verse that Muslims like to use, that Jesus came to call the sinners, not the righteous. But according to biblical exegesis, no one is righteous. No one at all is righteous. Let's explain how righteousness come about. We all know no one is righteous on his own accord. Paul says, as it is written, there is no one righteous, not even one, that we found in Romans 3, verse 10. So where is this written? Paul said it was written. It is written. Where is this written? If we go to Psalms 14, verse 1, it says, there is no one who does good. So nobody at all do good. We can also find this in Psalms 53, verse 1, and Psalms 143, verse 2. For no one alive is righteous before you. So the problem is, how can a person be seen as righteous in the sight of God? How can a person be seen as righteous? People become righteous because of the mercy of God. So no one is righteous because they do the law, because we all break the law. We are sinners. So we are not righteous because we do the law. We are righteous because of the mercy of God. So we are righteous because of the mercy of God, which is unmerited favor. And unmerited favor is called grace. A gift we do not deserve because we all are sinners. And the wages of sin is death. Romans 6, verse 23, Genesis 2, verse 17, Proverbs 11, verse 9. We all deserve to die because we all sin. We should die because we are sinners. But Jesus came as a mercy to us. Jesus came as a mercy to us. He took our death upon himself. This is true mercy. So no one is righteous. No one at all is righteous. But because Jesus took our death upon himself, That's how we become righteous. We become righteous because of Jesus' righteousness. We become righteous because he take our death that we deserve upon himself, and we follow in his footsteps. We follow in his commandment. Then that's how we become righteous. Do you notice that I say the mercy in that they do not, and Muslims do not like the mercy in Jesus' sacrifice. Jesus' death is a mercy to us. So when we look at the verse, and the verse is saying that um, um, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. Jesus' death is a mercy to us. Look how it is a mercy. Do you remember when Jesus told the scribes and the Pharisees, go and learn what this means? Everybody know what mercy mean and sacrifice mean, but Jesus was telling them, go and learn what this mean. So there is a deeper meaning in this. He said, I desire mercy, not sacrifice. So we were all supposed to die because the wages of sin is death. But Jesus is the man that God became to take our death upon himself. This is mercy. So God leave his kingdom where he is God and take flesh upon himself, become human so that he could die our death, the death that we deserve to die, because the wages of sin is death. If you sin, you should die. So God came and he took that death that we were supposed to die, and show us the highest degree. This is the highest degree of mercy. Remember, he came down from heaven as a man. He came down from heaven as a man. John 6, verse 38 said, I came down from heaven. And John 1, verse 1 and verse 14 tell us that the Logos was God, and the Logos became flesh. Flesh is man. So he came down from heaven as a man, and he died. And this he did to die the death, our death, the death we deserve. So you see, Jesus is the mercy of God. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. So Jesus came as a mercy to us. And even though he's called a sacrifice, the bigger picture is that he is the mercy, a merciful sacrifice. So that's why Jesus said, go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. And look at this. We're going to look at something. We could also look at the verse from our perspective as a sinner. Does God desire us to sin? No. God doesn't desire us to sin. He desires us to be holy because he is holy. Peter told us, it is written, be holy because God is holy. Sorry. And this is found in 1 Peter 1 verse 16. Muhammad did not understand the danger of sinning. Muhammad was heard telling his people, by him whose hand is my soul, if you did not sin, Allah would replace you with people who would sin, and they would seek forgiveness from Allah, and he would forgive them. Sahih Muslim 27:49. This is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. Muhammad was endorsing what God does not want. God does not want his people to sin. First, Peter told us, it is written, be holy because God is holy. And that's again we can echo this in 1 Peter 1 verse 16. Peter said, it is written. Where did Peter get this from? Let's see.